Hello, everyone. Recently, I was interacting with some students and professionals in the field of toxicology, and I was trying to understand, uh, in terms of their perspective of the toxicology field, uh, whether they have enough facilities, enough skills to enter in an industry, or if they are actually in an industry, do they have enough resources in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills available where they can learn about the skills and advance their career or get an entry into toxicology uh, industry. There were some interesting facts which were shared to me by those professionals, and today I'm going to talk about those responses, those summary of those observations pointed out by those professionals in the toxicology field. The most interesting thing which they presented from the student was that currently students feels that there is a lack of opportunity for freshers in toxicology. They don't have enough confidence or enough knowledge around toxicology being taught in the college, which is actually needed in the toxicology industry, be it in CROs, be it in a dry lab like the risk assessment industry. So that's the first thing which student and some of the professionals mentioned, that this is something which they often struggle with because the syllabus in academics is quite different compared to that of the skills needed in terms of toxicology. The other thing which the students and people and the respondents mentioned was about the problem being faced by them. So the major problem which they mentioned is that the current trend in toxicology industry is not being known to many of the students and even to the professionals. They have a problems in terms of how do they get the practical skills, the practical knowledge which is necessary, or some kind of internship which would help them get acquainted to the practical skills, practical knowledge, and get an entry into industry. Similarly, there are professionals who are working in the toxicology field, but they are working in a very limited frame of toxicology, and they would like to know about the additional aspects of toxicology, some aspects, some skills which would help them orient to a new field in terms of toxicology, like the risk assessment, hazard identification, and the exposure evaluation, which they feel is lacking currently in terms of industry, and they would like to understand more on them. They also mentioned that there should be a forum in India where the practical knowledge and skills can be learned, where it is where they have a forum, either in terms of workshop, either in terms of skills, where these different techniques, animal handling, in vitro practices are done, and the routine seminars and conferences are arranged so that they get an opportunity to upgrade their knowledge and experience in the field of toxicology. Another thing which I learned from them was they feel that there is a major gap in terms of the academic syllabus and what is being required in terms of industry. They mentioned that the current toxicology trends are not being told and taught in academic syllabus. They also feel that the job opportunities are quite less in the field of toxicology compared to the other branches, and they realize that they lack the knowledge and technical skills to connect with the right people. They lack the confidence to interact with the people due to insufficient knowledge and lack of practical skills. So they also mentioned that if there is a course, there is a seminar which actually teaches those practical skills, the industry oriented skills or the academic oriented skills, they would be happy to invest and learn those skills, is what they mention. They also mentioned that there should be a forum in Indian toxicology uh, industry wherein the topics, the current trends are discussed. It's not just that it's not happening, but they want it to be happening at frequent intervals, and the forum wherein their customized needs can be addressed, the customized knowledge can be imparted to the day. They also want an industrial training to be given to the toxicology, pharmacology students studying in either in the master's course or in the doctoral field, so that they come to know about the industry skills, they get the confidence which is required for them to succeed and get an entry into industry. Another question which I asked them was, do they have enough uh, do they feel that India have enough toxicology independent consultants compared to the other developed countries like Europe and USA? And the answer was almost similar. They mentioned that currently there are very few independent toxicologists, maybe in India, and their consulting opportunities are there, but there are less consultants. So if you Google it or if you search, there are very few organizations offering a practical and a wholesome technical solutions to the problem of toxicology. And the last question, which I would like to mention in today's video, which I asked them was how they feel these problems, these challenges faced by them could be addressed. They mentioned that they will specifically look forward for some formal training or some webinars, some seminars which can help them learn about the skills needed to acquaint them with industry knowledge, toxicology practical knowledge, and get them updated about the current trends, because toxicology is an evolving field with the movement towards in vitro, in silico, toxicological, computational toxicological models rather than shift rather than the animal studies. So they want to know about this updated technologies, updated techniques, updated models, and its application, its interpretation, which will help them in a greater extent. So these were just a very interesting interaction which I wanted to share with all of you. If you think and if you know about any issues, any problems being faced by the professionals and students in toxicology, please do comment uh, in this video and I'll be happy to know more about it. Thank you very much.